are here.
Woo!
We are live. We are back from Night of Champions.
Night of Champions!
For the Money in the Bank show. I'm Andre Gordon, the Attorney General. He gave me the nickname at Directed by Dre.
Hello, wrestling fans. I'm John Roca at The Roca Says. I'm sporting Thor's shirt today. It's Thor's shirt of the day.
I do love your shirts every week.
Thank you. I work hard. I'm a shirt alcoholic.
You are
a shirtaholic. What they call a shirtaholic. Go ahead. Yes.
Well, man, it was a pay-per-view weekend.
It was.
Let's just talk about Night of Champions, John.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I felt bored.
Yes.
During Night of Champions.
I was surprised at that. Yes.
Now, looking back, I think it was all constructed.
To be boring?
To be boring, for the last match, to be controversial, to set the platform for Monday Night Raw.
Damn, that's a hell of an accusation.
I do, because if you look at how rabid the fans were last night, I don't think it could have been that way if they didn't feel frustrated throughout the entire pay-per-view and then set up by the controversy of the last match.
You might be right? You might very well be right. You've watched for many, many years as much as I have, so you might be completely right. I've seen pay-per-views that were great and had controversial endings.
That's true,
and
too.
still sparked fantastic reactions the next day.
Too.
I think this new regime of Triple H and Stephanie, I think it's actually killing the product. I don't think it's actually helping the product. Because, I mean, they're obviously influencing the formats of the Raws and the SmackDowns, and Night of Champions felt like a glorified Raw episode. That's what it felt like. It even started with in-ring promos.
I have to agree
that doesn't happen at a pay-per-view. Everybody was on the mic, and then once we were done with the Triple H, then here comes Heyman on the mic. And you're like, what the...
And there were only, 5 matches?
Yeah, only 5 matches. So it seemed to me, it was just really boring, and I just was surprised at how unexciting most of the night was.
Night of Champions get a thumb down, and we'll be back after this. I dislocated my pinky, so it's thumb down, pinky up.
Welcome back to the Money in the Bank show. We are moving on to the fulfillment of my prediction. Roca's site. Bryce, you better put that up there. Daniel Bryan won the championship, just like I said he would last week. Andre, what did you think about him winning?
I think you're absolutely right. He won.
He did.
He won.
He did.
He lost it the next night.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What the fast count, John? Is that your natural cadence?
That seems fair. That seems fair.
And you know what's funny? They picked the referee that is traditionally the slowest counting referee.
Yes, he is the slowest counting referee.
So he won, but
it
was my favorite thing is when the referee's like, "They got us."
They caught us. Daniel's like, what are you talking about? What?
No,
implication.
they got us.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen, right? I mean, near the end, you saw Triple H go, I got to let you go. And he's like, wait, no, I got to let you go. No, I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you.
Is this like a Nick Patrick type of deal?
It's repeating itself all over again, this stuff, And I thought, I don't know. I'm happy he won the championship, but I don't know why they were having him win and lose it, win. What are they doing to him?
My favorite quote of the night was, well, his first championship reign was like 18 seconds, and this one was like a day. That's progress.
Oh, man.
Somebody pushed the timer, and I don't know what happened.
Okay. I don't know that. Daniel Bryan, hopefully you'll win again. We'll see what happens. And we'll be right back.
What you want.
We are back on the Money in the Bank show. We're going to talk about the bow down to the schnoz.
Yeah.
First of all, that DVD coming out, Kingdom Come, looks awesome to me.
I guess.
You're not a Triple H fan anymore.
You get out of the way. Get out of the way. I loved Triple H.
The way I loved The Rock was the way you loved Triple H.
Yeah.
What has he done to you? Not to you, but what do you feel like he's done to deteriorate the product right now?
I just think he's getting in the way of everything else. And getting in the way of the storylines. Yeah, it's all like he opened the Night of Champions. Then they have a DVD out for him. And Stephanie now has more screen time. So we don't need it. We don't need it. So But I mean, it's interesting what they're doing now with him, with with the referee. He's, I can't believe you used a referee. And it's like, wait a minute, didn't you pedigree Daniel Bryan to have him lose at the last pay-per-view? And then you're saying he's being dirty? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Now, do you think that Triple H is good in this role? I feel like he's doing a good job.
Yes. He does this in his sleep. It's not difficult, right? I mean, you're not asking him to do it. My thing is, though, is where does it go from here? Like, how much farther can he go? He's becoming so evil that where's the comeuppance? And then once he gets his comeuppance, people love him, so he's going to turn around and be a face again. So it just doesn't serve.
There are two things that I think have happened. Number one, Brad Maddox suffers the most because he's GM.
What's the point of him?
Number two, I believe that Stone Cold Steve Austin could end up facing him at WrestleMania for control of the company.
I don't even. You know what? We got dinged out. I'm out. I can't even comment on that.
And that's the bottom line.
Welcome back to the Money in the Bank show. We are moving on to the most vicious match of the last week. Randy Orton versus The Miz. Andre.
That is the Randy Orton that I loved.
Woo!
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where have you been, Randy?
Oh, my.
He beat the reality show out of The Miz.
It was right in front of his parents.
Were those really his parents?
Yeah, those were his parents.
Yikes.
They had some bad casting decision, especially the dad. He looked like they just dragged him out of a bar. He looked like a barfly. The mom looked real. She was crying and everything. That was like
That
legit.
hair was like...
I know. She looked like they're from Cleveland. No offense! But,
Craig Elo.
Craig... No! LeBron, no! Don't leave us.
Jordan again.
Anyway, destruction. Absolute freaking destruction.
Maybe he beat him so badly that he'll turn back into a heel.
Well, I think that's what struck me. We're either going to get our wish that Miz is going away for a while, or this starts a feud to get Miz back into the
main event
picture, which is possible because now the title's vacant. Anything could happen.
What? Maybe they'll unify the title.
No. Yes. No. Yes. I don't know.
No.
Maybe. I want to say one last thing. I thought that Orton thing was very reminiscent of what he did to Cena's dad.
Oh.
Remember that? So I thought it was great that they were bringing that back because that was when Orton was nuts Orton, and so it was the beginning of the Viper. So so I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, should have seen what I did to Cena's mom.
Oh.
We'll be back after this.
The opinions of Andre Gordon are Andre Gordon's alone.
Johnny Rock.
Yes.
The Rock.
That's what they call me now.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
John, if you want to look great,
Yeah.
feel great from the inside out, what do?
I've been taking USANA supplements for over 8 months now. And they have been incredible and made such a change in my life. Like,
You really have.
Yeah.
They're good.
It's been working out all right. I mean, I'm still eating a little badly, so I got a little cover here. But like, other than that, I feel like it's been a fantastic supplement. And I don't get sick.
I know, me neither.
It's fantastic, and I recover from the workouts faster. These are amazing. We say it every week. We can't say it enough.
If you want to look great, feel great from the inside out, go to therocalife.usana.com. I personally have lost 50 pounds in 4 months with USANA. Changed my life.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. Sexual chocolate. I feel good. We'll be back after this.
Greetings, I'm the Professor with your move of the week. Helping me this week from deepest, darkest Siberia is Red Sonja. And as always, from the island of Tonga, Matt Practice. This week's move is the Cobra Clutch. It's also known as the $1 Million Dream. It was the Cobra Clutch when Sergeant Slaughter first used it and popularized it in the AWA, but it then became the $1 Million Dream as Ted DiBiase used it. As you can see, it's a very quick and effective hold, and Matt Practice is out. Thank you very much, Red Sonja. Thank you, Matt Practice. I'm the Professor, and that was your move of the week.
We are back on the Money in the Bank show. John.
Yeah.
This is the best thing that could have happened in this angle for me.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I want you to go. Please tell us why.
Number one,
Yeah.
I happen to be a fan of Ryback, and I feel like they just didn't know how to use him. I'm a huge fan of the Walrus, Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And I think putting Paul Heyman and Ryback together will only make Ryback great.
Yeah.
Because Paul Heyman was wasting his talent on the styrofoam cutout paper box with a beard called, what's his name?
Curtis Axel.
Curtis Chumple. He was so
Frankenstein.
bad.
Yeah.
So bad. And now you have somebody that has a little bit of charisma.
Yeah. How insane was it that Axel got to fight twice on the Night of Champions?
I know.
The most boring guy on the roster gets
know.
2 matches?
I know, and he's so boring. I mean, he can wrestle adequately. He's fine. But if his dad wasn't Mr. Perfect, and his grandfather wasn't the Axe, he wouldn't be there. No. And I think this helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's fantastic. And it goes along with what you said a few weeks ago. You thought Heyman was the new Bobby the Heenan.
Yes.
Here he is building his stable.
I love it.
It's so great. It's a fantastic what he's doing, and it helps Ryback out completely. Although I wish he could pronounce bully because I don't know what a bully is.
Why can't he
Because that's
say
what he
bully?
says. I don't like bullies.
I don't like bully either.
What I do like about this whole situation is that it puts Heyman back in the front picture again and makes him even more dangerous, and we'll see where it goes from here. I'm just hoping we see less of Axel and maybe a little more of Ryback, because I appreciate his ferocity.
And the show of strength to carry Paul Heyman out.
Oh my God. The Paulrus? That's what they call him, the Paulrus. It's genius.
We'll be back. I love the Paulrus. That was good.
Welcome back to the Money in the Bank show. We are moving on to the match that was fought twice over the last few days. Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. Championship. Andre, what did you think of these matches, and what do you think of this storyline? If there is a storyline. Oh, interesting. Well, I suppose that says it. Yes.
How many? Okay.
Well, we have to fill a minute and a half, so give me something.
Okay. Dean Ambrose is great.
Yes. He's the best of the Shield, in my opinion.
Oh, I like Seth Rollins. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Roman Reigns is going to be the guy that comes out of it. But I just feel like they're wasting Dolph Ziggler. I've said this for like 2 months now.
You have.
They're wasting him. He's wrestling for the U.S. title.
Yeah. It's beneath him.
And he's doing it in the same match over and over again. Why do I want to buy a pay-per-view with Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose when I can watch it on Raw and Superstars and SmackDown all in the same week?
Right.
When there's no heat. Like, why are they even fighting? I don't even know.
And the title wasn't even on the line. I mean, this for Raw. When it was on the line, obviously, for Night of Champions. And, of course, Dean Ambrose won, but then he lost the next night against Ziggler when the title wasn't on the line. So it's just it's just boring.
What's
it's filler.
the point?
It's unfortunate filler that Ziggler has to go through, and which is the same thing Orton had to go through before they gave him the shot at the title. So it's all these guys who are main eventers, they have to pay the price fighting these middle type matches, which is sad. Oh, shit. And we got dinged up. Sorry. Peace out.
We're back on the Money in the Bank show. And John, RVD, I was so excited when he first came in because he's the old effing show. I feel like a surfer because I can't like bend the pinky. But I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
What? Well, talk to me. What do
he's great.
Yes.
But I just don't feel like they're using him properly. I don't feel like they
gave him a shot at the title.
But you knew he wasn't gonna win.
Yes, you knew he
you
wasn't
knew
gonna win.
there was no way.
It was a bullcrap ending. The
DQ.
That DQ was ridiculous. He could have just not shown up to the ring. It just was a waste of time.
I just don't understand what's happening.
Have him barely lose. Have him lose. There's some controversy with Ricardo being unable to help him because of his arm.
Right.
And then it pushes the storyline that you don't know if Ricardo's really with RVD or
Yes.
not. There's so much brilliant things they could have done, and to end it that way was so flaccid. That's what I'll say. Flaccid.
John, why aren't you writing for the WWE?
Well, it's a good question, isn't it? I'm wondering why we aren't writing for the WWE. We both come up with really good ideas for storylines, and it's just frustrating. And then they had him fight Sandow with a waste of a match.
Sandow's floundering too.
Yeah, Sandow's another one that's just lost. I mean, he has the Money in the Bank case What are they doing with him?
I'm telling you, he's too charactery. They have nothing to do with him.
They're just keeping him there until Del Rio loses the title to a face, and then Sandow will start going after him. Which I don't know what face they're gonna lose to because he's not losing to RVD or Christian.
And he's not fighting Ziggler.
He's not fighting Ziggler. Too bad Edge isn't coming back. That would have been awesome.
Or Christian, maybe? Nah, Christian that guy.
Maybe. Because of the beating they gave him? Maybe.
Unify the title.
Yeah.
Unify. Reading.
All right, welcome back to the Money in the Bank show. Usually, this is the segment in this part of the show where we do This Week in Professional Wrestling. However, we are foregoing that for the Dusty Rhodes promo that happened because we are both massive fans of the American Dream and we need some time to talk about this.
Yes, we do, John.
Andre, please take it away.
Well, there comes a time in every man's life,
If you will.
when the American Dream minus the polka dots have to walk down to the ring and defend the honor of his sons.
The Rhodes name.
Now, what did you think, John, about the way that he approached Stephanie? Now, Stephanie to me is a waste of space.
Can I tell you something? I thought it got really uncomfortable and really real. And I was literally watching this going, I don't know what's going to happen here and who's going to say what to who.
Yes, I agree.
And the place went nuts. Like the place had mad love for him.
Yeah, because he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. But yes, of course. And the history of it.
And the way that he was saying, "Don't interrupt me, Stephanie. Don't interrupt me, Stephanie." And screaming.
She smacked the mic out of his hand. She's like, I'm talking.
And the thing is, with the stuff that she was saying, there was just too much. It didn't even have any point. Like, she just kept talking just to hear herself talk.
But I thought it was it was great for the storyline to have him choose between his two sons, which would get the job. And she could dig the knife in that, like, her son that has the drug issues, and it's just like, yeah, because you weren't around, Dusty. You weren't around, but your baby is. He's a champion, is great. So would you rather give it to the baby who's actually a good person, or do you want to give it to the drug addict? And I was like, oh my God, because you were an absent father. Ugh! Hit him below the belt.
It wasn't that I was an absentee father. What it was is that I'm a son of a plumber.
Son of a plumber!
And my plumber's crack was sewing. If you will.
But watching the Big Show knock him out, that was so sad. That was so sad. It's so sad.
The American Dream was shattered.
It's a nightmare.
And we just got dinged out. Bionic Elbow! We're back.
American Dream.
We are back for another segment of Gordon Vision. I mean, the AJ Lee Championship Diva situation. John.
Yes. She won. Fine, you win, she won.
She's never going to lose.
Natty lost.
So Losing Awesome Kong comes back with all of her many scary children.
Oh my God. Awesome Kong, I forgot about her. Yes.
Now, the Diva division.
Yes.
It is actually, it's piqued some interest. My wife is now asking about the Divas because she's watching the Total Diva show with me.
Yeah.
And she is getting into, who's that one? Oh, that's Natalia. I'm like, oh, look at you watching wrestling.
That's great.
Maybe what they're doing is working. They're trying to bring in a bigger audience through the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you think about it?
Well, I thought it was the Night of Champions match was a good match. It was a fun match. And the Divas match on Raw was fun. What's happening is that AJ Lee is becoming so good, that she is eclipsing them all put together. Like, you're not buying any heat that they're trying to generate with her until, one of the Bellas has to step up because it's not going to be Natty. Nobody buys the Natty thing. We love you, but it doesn't work. AJ's so damn good, it's like having a fly buzzing around your face.
I know.
It's really not the same.
Natty's a big fly, too.
Oh, my God. But I think I love AJ. I love what's happening with her. My thing is, who is going to come and really challenge her that the audience is going to get behind and really believe? And if you notice, Caitlin's disappeared.
Caitlyn has disappeared.
Poof. Where the hell did she go?
Eating Rehabilitation Center.
Oh,
but
my
God!
I
just got dinged out on that
Thank
notice.
God. I love you, Caitlyn.
So do donuts. We'll talk to you soon. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back to the Money in the Bank show. We are moving on to our favorite segment of the show, Glass Ceiling Wrestler of the Week. Andre, would you like me to go first, or would you like to take it this?
You know what, John? You may go first because you are awesome.
Oh, wow, that's very nice of you to say. I will go first. And my Glass Ceiling Wrestler of the Week is Summer Rae.
Oh!
You may be saying, how can she be the Wrestler of the Week when she doesn't wrestle? That's a very good point. And that's my point. The glass ceiling is keeping her down. She is just the valet, the dancing valet with Fandango right now. But this woman, she played for the Chicago Bliss in the Lingerie Football League as a cornerback. What? She was a tough chick. And then she wrestled for 3 years. She started at Florida Championship Wrestling, then moved for a year and a half, then moved on to NXT, where she had this hardcore situation with Paige there, and now she's being wasted as just a valet with Fandango. So I'm saying to the WWE, hey, let's get Summer Rae some wrestling action. Let's get her involved in these matches a little bit more, other than faking breaking a foot, because she's actually a legitimately tough chick, and she should show her wares in the ring. That's my opinion.
That's a great glass ceiling wrestler of the week. My glass ceiling wrestler of the week is 2. We spoke about him earlier.
Yeah.
Damien Sandow.
Oh.
Talk about being held back and being held down. This guy, I have to hold my mask down. This guy is Mr. Money in the Bank. He has the case.
Yeah.
He's not even facing a main eventer. He's involved in no angle. He's got no heat. He's one of the greatest heels going right now with comedy on top of it. He's so funny. As funny as my mask. And what are they doing with him? Nothing. Like, who's going to cash it in on? No one.
Right.
If you're not going to give him the title or set him up, this should be a year-long build-up to a championship cash-in, because that's how long you have when you have the case. Right now, you're wasting him. And I think the glass ceiling is holding him down. If not, just give it to someone else. Bring back Cody and have them face each other. Getting rid of Cody was the worst thing you could have done for Damien Sandow.
Yep.
That angle was going great.
Yep.
So I say glass ceiling is to the Beard and Damien.
You're welcome.
And that is glass ceiling Wrestler of the Week.
What you want? What you want?
Come on.
What you want?
We are back for the Money in the Bank show. And the gods of lightning have created the lightning round. Strike us down. Or our producer Abby. It's morphed into Arnold.
Sorts of it a little bit. Abby.
Producer Abby's gonna lay out things and it's gonna be lightning.
Ow.
Abby, we have 30 seconds. What?
For every topic.
Every topic, so go ahead.
Ow.
Lightning strike.
Kofi.
Kofi Kingston, man. Oop, boop, boop.
That was great first silence.
Terry, what did you think of that?
First of all, Kofi's from Ghana, and which is funny.
Sorry, man.
But he played a Jamaican.
Right.
I feel like Kofi's never gonna get a shot. Ever.
Well, not at the title.
Why not?
Come on, man. He's a mid-carder. Everybody
Why?
knows he's a mid-carder.
Why?
Because he's a mid-carder. It's not because he's black.
Oh, I
It's 'cause
wasn't
he's
even
a mid-
thinking that.
It's because he's a mid-carder.
Del Rio.
Oh, speaking of Latinos.
Speaking of mid-carder.
These are minorities. Del Rio. My man. Alberto.
I'm so upset with the WWE.
Right?
They're wasting him too.
Yep.
He's got the world title, one of the most prestigious championships of all time.
Can it not? Do you think it's a coincidence that Triple H and Stephanie are running the program and they're wasting all this mid-level talent? Triple H is known for stepping on mid-level talent. Like, don't you think this is a coincidence?
That title was held by Ric Flair.
Tag team division.
Okay.
All right. You mean the prime? Specifically primetime players.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the primetime players are the answer. To the tag team division. I think the Usos are not. They're too gimmicky, too kid-friendly.
I agree with that.
The Shield is not really a tag team. They're gonna break them up, and
some
they're
point.
gonna go their own separate ways.
Yeah.
I think the primetime players though could be it. They just need some competition.
Yeah. I mean, the match they had against the Shield was a good match. It wasn't a great match. I think they're like Canelo Alvarez. They're a little too young. A little too young to fight the top guys.
Big Show.
All right, Big Show.
Big show.
He's doing great work.
Yeah, isn't he?
He's
He is
doing great
acting the bleep out of his part.
I mean, the guy can cry on cue.
I can't even do that.
I know. the thing that he's doing with Dusty Rhodes last week, and he's just taking the beating emotionally from the McMahons every week.
The crying is fantastic.
It is.
So real.
What's gonna happen with Big Show?
He's going to get to fight with Triple H, like you said last week. That's going to happen. Oh, and that's the end of our lightning round. We've been
Dinged out.
Welcome back to, sadly, the last segment of the
Sad.
show for this week. We're moving on to the Roca Rant and direct to you by Andre Gordon. Andre, do you want to take it this week first?
Sure.
Okay, please.
My direct to you is directed to Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
Hogan! Every time you get on a boat, you end up bleeding. First it was your finger. Woo! Woo! Now the whole mirror exploded. The windshield Hogan! Get off the boat. Get off the boat. Get off the TNA boat. Get off the actual boat. I don't want you to get hurt, Hogan. I want you to come back to WWE
Yes.
for one more round. And when you're on these boats, you get hurt. What's wrong with these older guys?
Hey, listen, they can't operate
Flair's
heavy.
going crazy.
Yeah.
Hogan's on the boat. Dusty's getting knocked out.
This is a tough business. You getting your head knocked around all the time?
Get off the boat. John.
Yes. This is so funny. Listen, I don't know if you people know, we do not tell each other what our rants are going to be so that they're original and authentic. This is maybe the first time it's crossed over. My rant has also to do with Hulk Hogan, but it was what they were doing at Night of Champions with the polls that they were doing, right? All the polls that they were doing. Every time a poll finished, Cole was like complimentary, and it was, oh, this is great. Triple H is blah, blah, blah. Triple H and, DX are the best tag team champions. Oh, Booker T is the best heavyweight champion. Hogan won best WWE champion, and Cole, in his infinite wisdom, said that he thought, well, it's only the 5 choices that were available. There are other choices that they could have done. He didn't say that about anybody else. And you know why? Because Hogan's not under contract with the WWE. So, little midget boy had to toe the company line. Cole, I'm telling you, that was crap. People love Hogan. People will love Hogan till the end. And there's a reason for that. Because the man built the foundation that we were all standing on with Vince, yes, but it was Hogan who brought the people. It wasn't Vince. Nobody went to arena going, gee, I gotta see what Vince does. People went to the arena to see Hogan, and Hogan is the man. So when you belittle him like that, you piss the off a lot of people who came and started watching wrestling because of him. So that's enough. I really want the WWE to stop dissing Hogan. Please.
And Booker T is not the greatest WCW champion. Or
Over
champion of all
Flair?
time. Over Flair?
Over
Come
Flair?
on. That was ridiculous.
If Cole had said that after that, that would have been
That would
fun.
have made sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, Legion of Doom, way better than, than DX.
DX. Right.
Heart Foundation.
Please, put the outsiders in.
Come on!
I don't even want to get into
You're
it.
right! This is a great one. This is great. I'm all fired up. Get me out of this table.
Well, thank you for watching the show. My man, Dre, another great show. Is your pinky all right? I'm sorry.
No, I was just giving him the pinky. Like, that's in Italy. It's something else. I think.
Cabraghead. Is
Or-
this a Santino?
Or Korea. Ask Phil.
Look, we're falling apart here.
All right.
All right, well, thank you everybody for watching the show. That's our show. Please follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Tweet us. We will tweet back. We will respond.
We do.
Email us. The
We
website.
got your Night of Champion tweets.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm trying to figure out how to get out.
Oh, you are? Okay. All right, and that's our show. Please keep watching next week and look for the show. Look for more content on the YouTube channel. Thanks. Oh my God.
It's happening. I can't move.
You are sliding out.
See you next week.
Gone.